friends. It's Tuesday, May 26th, 2020. Nice to see you again today. I hope you had a wonderful long weekend, and maybe you did my video yesterday, or maybe you did it before you're joining me today. But I hope you're enjoying the end of Dolphins at Daybreak. We read 7 and 8 yesterday, and I have a cool story today called The Shark Lady. And it's how this amazing woman became a fearless scientist. And before we get to that story, though, I have a word problem for you, and I have a Guinness secret message. So let's get started. Before I tell you what our word problem is, let's share the news a little bit. And today, this is a good one. If you could keep only one toy from your room, what would you keep and why? If you could keep just one toy from your room, what would you keep and why? All right, so go ahead and share the news with your families about that. And remember, today is a writing day, so I want you to write about what happened with Jack and Annie yesterday. Or if you heard the 2 chapters before this one, or if you're going to listen after this one, that's okay too. I'm not going to give anything away, I hope. So let's get started. This story problem, make sure you have your dry erase surface, your marker, and your eraser. And this story has to do with 3 sharks that are trolling the ocean for dinner. And when you're trolling, you're looking for things very carefully. So 3 sharks are swimming or trolling the ocean looking for something to eat. They swim on a school of fish, and they each eat 2 fish. So each shark eats 2 fish. All right, draw what you know. You know there are 3 sharks, and they each eat 2 fish. So I'm going to start by drawing my 3 sharks. Excellent. Oh, my sharks are going to have teeth. Are your sharks going to have teeth? If they're eating fish, they must be meat eaters, right? Okay. And I'm going to draw gills too, because I know that sharks do not have lungs like we do. They have gills that help them breathe through the water. All right, so here are my 3 sharks. I did the best I could. And each shark gets to eat 2 fish. So I'm going to draw 2 fish in front of each shark. And we're trying to find out how many fish the sharks ate in all. How many fish did the sharks eat? All right, so here's my finished picture. So I have my 3 sharks, and now we have to worry about how many sharks in all did the sharks eat. So we're going to count the fish, right? Count the fish that they ate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so if I was going to make a number bond and write a number sentence, how many fish did the sharks eat in all? What is our whole? How many fish did the sharks eat? We just counted them. 6. And let's go ahead and take a look at my picture of fish. There's lots of different combinations to get us to 6. I'm going to circle some, and I'm going to use different colors. You might already be thinking of lots of combinations to 6. If you are, go ahead and fill them in and see if I find yours. All right, so I'm going to circle my first combination of fish using orange. So these are my 2 parts. Okay, So 3 fish in this group plus 3 fish in this group equals 6 fish. So I could put 3 and 3 in my parts. Another way to make 6, let's take a look at my picture. I'm going to choose green for this one. Ooh, so take a look. I did something a little bit different. I used green and I circled how many in this group? 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group. And how many in this group? 2 in this group. So 6 can also be 4 and 2. All right, let's do one more. I see one more way to make 6. And I'm going to use the red marker for this one. Ooh, look at what I did here. I used the red. It's starting to get a tiny little bit confusing, but look, if you see, this red one did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. So another combination could be 5 and 1 makes 6. All right. So now you can go ahead and write me a number sentence to match. Which way did you choose? And then I'm going to have you shake your brains. And I'm going to show you one more thing without a number bond. I want to show you that we could find that there was 6 fish and then show it in a number sentence a different way. So when we look at numbers, we can break them into different parts. It doesn't only have to be 2 parts. Sometimes we can break them into 3 parts. Sometimes we can break them into 4 parts. So today I wanted to show you that if I was going to answer that question, how many fish did the sharks eat in all? There's another way I could write the number sentence that doesn't match with my number bond, and it could be like this. Take a look. I have 3 parts that I'm adding together. This shark ate 2 fish down here. This shark ate 2 fish down here. And this shark ate 2 fish down here. So I chose to make my number sentence using 3 parts to make 6. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. That's just a challenge way. All right, great job with that challenge, everybody. And here is Guinness's message to you. Okay. All right, so remember, this is a Guinness message. Look at all those lines. All right, I'm going to fill in what he wanted to say, and then we're going to talk about how to correct it. So let me, as I write it, I'm going to say it. R, Jack, and Annie, safe from the dolphins now. Okay, so this is Guinness's message. Are Jack and Annie safe from the dolphins now? Okay, and let me circle what we need to fix. We need the memory bank word are. We need to fix the beginning sound in dolphins. And we need to fix the word pattern in now. So go ahead and do that job, and when you're finished, check with mine, okay? I want you to press pause. Go ahead and see if you can figure out how to make those changes. And I'm going to make these changes right here in green for you to check when you're done, okay? I'm fixing the beginning. I'm fixing the first word, which is R. So you need to change it to a memory bank word. You need to change the beginning sound in dolphins. And you want to change the word pattern in now. Okay, so when you've finished, check mine. Here it goes. There's the memory bank word R. The correct beginning sound in dolphins. And the correct word pattern for now. Good work. And are Jack and Annie safe from the dolphins? Were the dolphins ever danger to Jack and Annie? Ooh, one more thing we need to fix as I'm thinking. Listen to this. Listen to what Guinness is saying. Are Jack and Annie safe from the dolphins now? He had an excited mark, an exclamation mark. If he's asking a question, what should he write at the end? How are you going to fix the end mark if it's a question? Good job. Good job. So were Jack and Annie in danger from the dolphins? If you heard yesterday's chapter 7 and 8, you'll know the answer to that question. All right, I have this really cool story called The Shark Lady. And it's a true story about how Eugenie Clark became the ocean's most fearless scientist. So take a look at what's inside the cover. Look at all those different kinds of animals that she sees in the ocean. I think you're going to like this one. It's brand new to me. It was a Saturday, and Eugenie wanted to stay at the aquarium forever. She wanted to smell the damp, salty air and stare at the glittery rainbow fish. She wanted to keep watching her favorite animals, the sharks. Eugenie pretended she was walking on the bottom of the sea. What would it be like to swim with the sharks, to breathe underwater with gills of her own? More than anything, Eugenie wanted to find out. When summer came, her mother took her swimming at the beach in Atlantic City. Stuffing sticky gum into her ears to keep the water out, she dove down, down, down. The salt stung her eyes, but she didn't want to miss a single fish. Constellations of sea stars speckled the pebbled sand. She imagined a silvery fin standing strong on her back, slicing through the ocean current. Can you imagine a shark fin doing just that? Visualize it. To others, sharks were ugly and scary, but to Eugenie they were beautiful. As she glided through the cool water, she wished everyone could see sharks in her eyes. But the sharks were only in her mind for now. She decided she needed to learn everything about them. So she dove. There she goes. This time, she dove into books. Whale sharks, nurse sharks, tiger sharks, lemon sharks. She wanted to know everything she could about them. She joined the Queen's Country Aquarium Society as one of the youngest members. Eugenie's notebooks filled with sharks. They swam in her daydreams on all the margins of the paper. So all she could think about was sharks. She loved them so much. She wanted to learn all that she could about them. Research. That's what master librarians do. Research. At home, her mother surprised her with an aquarium of her own. A 15-gallon tank was much too small for sharks, but she saved her allowance to buy guppies, clownfish, and colored red snails. It felt as big as an ocean in her room. Their small apartment became an aquarium, a laboratory, and a sanctuary where animals are safe. As she grew older, many tried to tell her what to do. Forget about those sharks. Be a secretary. Be a housewife. But she wanted to study zoology. Some of her professors thought women weren't smart enough to be scientists or brave enough to explore the oceans. And they said sharks were mindless monsters. Eugenie knew better. Her dream was as big as a whale shark. So again, she dove. Don't ever listen to anybody when they tell you you can't do something that you really want to do. If you're willing to work hard for it, go after your dreams, just like she did. She plunged into every learning course she could. Her laboratory became her home. From sunrise to sunset, she studied how fish grow, how they behave, and how they were put together, inside and out. Wow, she's studying the insides of the fish and the outsides. Despite all of the people who didn't believe in her, Eugenie was becoming one of the smartest students in her field of zoology. Even after she earned her degrees, many still thought she couldn't do it. They doubted her. But she went to work, and it was just the beginning. She was eager to make discoveries of her own and finally dove out into the open ocean. All of her dreams are coming true. In the Red Sea, Eugenie collected hundreds of fish, including 3 new species that had never been discovered before. This one here is called the Red Sea Sand Diver. This one is the barred zany pipefish, and this is the volcano triple fin. Take a look at those. So cool. She got to name those, just like Jack wanted to name the insects in the Amazon rainforest, remember? On a research mission exploring the Palau Islands, Eugenie was diving alone when she encountered her first wild shark ever. She wasn't afraid. Instead, she thought it was beautiful. In Isla Mujeres, she dispelled the myth that sharks must keep moving to stay alive when she swam through dark caves, still and silent, full of resting sharks. So she even got to prove people wrong. Eugenie's daring heart grew bolder with each dive. Soon they began to call her the Shark Lady. She had proven she was smart enough to be a scientist and brave enough to explore the oceans. As her courage grew, she began to love and understand her beloved sharks more and more. But she never forgot. Many still believed that sharks weren't important, that they were just mindless monsters. Because of their scary reputation, humans were hunting sharks all over the world. Eugenie knew that sharks weren't stupid and they weren't mean. She was determined to prove everyone wrong. She fished through her mind and devised a brilliant experiment. Could she train a shark the way a person trains a dog? Were sharks much smarter than people knew? They were. She was the first scientist in the world to train sharks, and even learned they could remember their training for at least 2 months. That means 2 months later, they'll still remember their job once they've been trained. Sharks were not mindless monsters. Sharks are beautiful. Sharks are smart. They deserve to be studied. They deserve to be protected and loved. And Eugenie's dream was now a dream come true. She was a fearless shark scientist. I hope you enjoyed my story. And I hope you remember, if you're willing to work for it, go after your dreams. All right, my friends, go ahead and share the news with your family, and I will see you tomorrow. I can't wait to see all your amazing faces. Make sure that you have your dry erase surface and your marker and an eraser. And how about, let's bring 10 small counting objects. Just 10 today. And so we're going to do numbers that are bigger than 11, 12, and 13 like we did last week. All right? So go ahead and have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. Love you lots.